Ever meet someone who always takes credit for everything, like paying for dinner just to look big, only to privately ask for reimbursement later in secret? That behavior might feel good in the moment, make you look big in the moment, but it's a leadership killer. In the next 8 minutes, I'll break down why this habit is toxic, what it says about your character, and how to fix it to become a real leader. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, I'm Crypto Billy. This is Billy Goat Tales, part of our Motivational Mindset series. And today we're exposing a common mistake that can tank your reputation and your leadership, trying to take credit for everything. If you want to lead with honor, which is a BGT cornerstone, and earn real respect, hit that like button, subscribe, grab a notepad, and let's jump into it. First, let's talk about the personality type we're dealing with here, the credit seeker. You know this person. They're always looking for the spotlight, even if they don't deserve it. Picture the guy who grabs the dinner bill in front of everyone, saying, I got this, only to privately ask for reimbursement later when nobody is around. Or the colleague who splits the cost of a piece of new equipment, let's say for a customer, but then leaves the splitting of the cost part out when retelling the story to others. What defines this personality? Well, number one, it's a need for validation. Credit seekers crave approval and status. They're obsessed with being seen as the hero, even if it means bending the truth a little bit. Number two, it's short term thinking. They prioritize quick wins, like looking generous in the moment over the long term trust with everyone else. Number three, lack of authenticity. Their actions don't match their words. They'll take credit for others and others' work or exaggerate their role to seem indispensable. I once worked with a guy that was sort of like this. He'd announce every single team meeting his wins, and it was always his ideas, even when he barely contributed. At first, it worked. He got all the attention. But over time, people stopped trusting him and his influence faded. That's where this behavior ultimately leads. On the flip side, I once was in 4 H as a boy and I helped a friend put a model rocket together. And I did about 90% of the work because he just didn't know what he was doing. And now we're at the 4 H fair and it's time to talk about the project. And because it was his project, I was very quiet. As I was standing next to him as he was presenting it to the judge, every single part of my involvement with that, he left out and took credit for it, every bit of it. And in that moment, I was thinking to myself, wow, you're pretty selfish. I mean, tell the truth, tell my contribution. But he couldn't because the judge was looking for what he knew and what he had done. So there are times where you might feel like you should get some credit for something, but in this particular moment, if he relied too much on me, then he might not win, right? So the honor came afterwards in his conversation with me. He told me, I'm sorry. I know you did most of this, but I had to present it as part of the judge, as part of the judgment, your knowledge and what you've done. And I looked at him and I said, hey, man, I love you, but don't ever do that again because it feels less than authentic. It feels like you weren't, I was part of a lie. I was part of a deception. I didn't want any credit, but I also didn't want him to take the credit in that way that he did because it wasn't truthful. And that began my journey on exploring this type of thing and understand how it works and how it doesn't work. So Now let's get into the why this credit seeking habit is so harmful to leadership. And here at Billy Goat Tales, that's what we're doing, trying to make you a better leader and to live your life with our 10 principles and our 10 cornerstones. And honor is one of those cornerstones. Great leaders build trust, they inspire loyalty, and they create results. But credit seekers, they do just the opposite. And here's how their behavior backfires. Number one, it erodes trust. When people realize you're just taking credit for things that you really didn't do, like claiming you paid for a piece of equipment when really your boss paid for it or your company paid for it, they stop believing in you. Once the truth comes out and they dig in, this is how it really went down. They stop believing in you. Trust is the foundation of leadership. And once it's gone, it's hard to rebuild. I saw a manager lose his team's respect because he kept claiming their wins as his own wins. They stopped sharing ideas with him altogether, and the team really fell apart. Number two, it alienates your team. Leadership is about lifting others up, not stealing their spotlight. If you're always hogging credit, your team feels undervalued and demotivated. Why would they go the extra mile if you're just going to claim the glory for yourself? Number three, it damages your reputation. Word gets around. If you're known as the person who fakes generosity or exaggerates contributions, you'll lose credibility with peers, with your boss, even your clients. A bad reputation is a career killer. Think about the dinner bill example I led with. Sure, you look like a big shot for a minute, but when the truth comes out, and it always does, people will see you as a manipulator, not as a generous person. That's not leadership, that's a performance. So, how do you avoid being a credit seeker and become a leader that people can trust? It's all about leading with integrity, leading with honor. And here's what you can do instead. Number one, share the spotlight. When you achieve something, give credit to everyone involved. Say, this was a team effort, or thanks, Tony, for your input. We nailed this. It shows confidence and it builds loyalty. Number two, be transparent. If you're facilitating something like getting the boss to buy that computer, be honest about your role. Say, I spoke to the boss and he agreed to get you that computer. There's just no need to exaggerate. Or we went in together and we did this. We did it as a team, not a me situation. Share the love. Number three, focus on impact, not ego. Great leaders care about results, not the applause. They care about the results, not the applause. Instead of chasing validation, ask yourself, how can I help my team succeed? That's what earns real respect. I learned this from a mentor who always gave credit to others, even when he did most of the work himself. His team loved him, and he was promoted because people trusted his character. And a lot of people that were not givers and were less than honorable, they never understood how he got ahead. But he was just a caring, giving person. And they never could understand his magic. Like, because competency wise, he was about even with everybody else. But he had a big heart and people loved to follow him and they believed in him. He built trust and credibility and he became the CEO of the company. And I was glad to see it. That's the kind of leader you want to be. So, if you're ready to ditch that credit seeking habit and lead with integrity, here are 3 steps that you can do. You can start today. Number one, Acknowledge others daily. Make it a habit to praise one colleague or a teammate each day. You can do this for their contribution, even if it was a small contribution. Just give them some praise. It builds trust and shifts your mindset. Number two, own your role. Next time you're tempted to exaggerate your contribution, be honest about what you did. Transparency feels better than fake glory. Number three, reflect on your why. We have a whole motivational mindset video on your why, finding your why. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I lift others up or did I just lift myself up? Adjust your actions to focus on impact over ego. These steps are simple, but they are powerful. Start now, and you will see your leadership grow and grow and grow. All right, folks, that's it. Taking credit for everything might feel good in the moment, might make you look like a big man, big woman, but it's a surefire way to sabotage your leadership. Lead with honor, share the spotlight, and watch your influence soar. If this video hit home, smash the like button, subscribe for more leadership tips, and drop a comment. Have you ever dealt with a credit seeker? Let me know. Let me know how you handled it too. I read most comments, so I would love to hear about it. Check out our other videos right here in the Motivational Mindset series. We appreciate your feedback. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You can be tough, you can be hard. If you are not a giver, here's my card. There is only one way to win, one way to be well through loving and giving. There is nothing now.